Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector. I walked into a GameStop and they had some retro. So, this whole retro thing is real tricky. I don't know if I even buy into the whole retro stores thing anymore. Because at least in my area, all of the stores carry retro. Doesn't matter if it's been designated as a retro store or not. If they have it, they're going to sell it. And I really think it's just dependent upon management that decides whether or not they're going to keep any retro trade-ins in the store, or if they're actually going to ship them out to, I guess, either the local or whatever the nearest retro store is, or their warehouse. But all that being said, let's take a look at some of what I got. This one I might return, just because it wasn't until I got home that I realized how badly this was water damaged. But this is a copy of Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. This is a hack and slasher. I'm a big fan of the hack and slash genre, of course. It's an action RPG game. Not one that was a must-have, but it was complete. And this is one of the ones that I had in my collection but sold. But I think I'm going to return this, just that water damage is a little too rough for me. So I really can't deal with that. So I'm going to have to wind up bringing this one back. But nevertheless, still a pretty cool game. It falls within the genre or the types of games that I like. So that was one that on first glance I picked up, but just looking at it now in this light, yeah, that might have to go back. Next one that we have here is some retro stuff. So PlayStation 2. GameStop is definitely good for a PlayStation 2 game. This is one of the genres that they've had a lot of this summer. I've been getting and seeing a lot of PS2 stuff, and this is one that I had in my collection a while back. This is Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy. So this is one that I had in the collection a while back, and I traded this in back around 2021-ish. I was selling huge lots of PS2 games, like a lot of the common PS2 games. I would sell a box of like 20 games for like $200 or something like that, or $150. And this was one of those games that I would sell in that bundle. But they did have this complete, which I thought was pretty cool. Came with all the inserts and everything. So this was one that I figured I'd snag up since they had it there. And it was only $6.99. So it's always fun when you find cool little PS2 games. I don't have this in the collection, so this is probably going to be a keeper, at least for now. Next up was Jak 2. They had this there. Again, another installment in the Jak and Daxter series. Again, this was complete, had all of the inserts and everything. The disc looks pretty good. That case could use a better case. Might have to do a case swap on this one. But nevertheless, very cool to see Jak 2 for the PlayStation 2 at GameStop. This one, I guess, was one of the ones that came out of trade hold. Then we had some cool Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Now, here's the funny thing, is I recently picked up a copy of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 for the PlayStation 2 from GameStop. So I walked in and they had Dragon Ball Z Budokai. So this is the first installment in that series, which I thought was really cool. Black label. Cover art looks pretty good shape. The case looks like it's in pretty good shape as well, and it is complete. So another complete one there that they had at GameStop. It's always interesting when you can find these bad boys complete, but I was actually glad to find this one complete on the PlayStation 2. Very solid find at GameStop. $9.99, not bad for this one. And then they had Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. Wow, so peep that. So this was another interesting one that I thought was cool to see. I love this whole reflective cover art on this one. So now I've got all 3 Dragon Ball Z games in the Budokai series, all picked up at GameStop, and they were all $10. Well, this one was $12. But they were all no more than, because I think when I picked up Budokai 3, it was still the 4 under 20 for 10. Sorry, no, 4 under 20 for 40. So even though Budokai 3, they were selling it for 20, I picked it up for 10. So I was able to get all 3 in the Budokai series for under $13. So not bad. So they all cost me, yeah, about $35 for all 3 copies. I'm not mad at it. especially when they all come complete in box. So definitely good to see. And that's really the fear, because you can see these games listed online at GameStop's website, but you never know if they're going to come complete. So whenever I come across these in the store, I definitely go ahead and snag them up. And I would have taken footage of me picking these up in the store, but two things. One, there was just so much going on in the store. It was hot. I didn't feel like getting my camera out. I really just wanted to get the games and leave. And then second of all, I mean, at this point with my channel's history, I don't think you guys even care to see that anymore. I mean, you know what GameStop looks like. You know what these retro games look like on the shelves. They look like these games just on GameStop shelves. So I think you're more interested in the actual games. But yeah, really cool pickup here. So Budokai and Budokai 2, along with a couple Jack and Daxter games. That's fun. And then last but not least, Spider-Man: The Edge of Time. So some pluses and minuses with this one. The plus on this one is that it is complete. It's complete. So I'm not mad at that. The minus is that someone decided to poke a hole straight through the cover art. Horrible, horrible, nasty work. So a big part of me wants to keep this. I don't know if I do want to keep this. Just that hole is going to drive me crazy. Maybe I'll sell this. I'm not too sure. I know that this at one point was selling for like upwards of 75 bucks, but I think the Spider-Man games as a whole have come back down. They were really hot at one point, but they're coming back down. Edge of Time and Shattered Dimensions definitely are coming back down. Web of Shadows, for some reason, is still really expensive, especially on the PS3. Spider-Man games are like worth more on the PlayStation 3 for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they did have the Edge of Time there, so I'm not too sad about it. But yeah, another GameStop Spider-Man pickup. And I mean, geez, like this is all GameStop handiwork right here. Like all of these were GameStop handiwork, and all of these were like under 30. The good chunk of these, like 99 Nights, Afro Samurai, these were all like $12, $15 games. Azura's Wrath was like 25. Wolverine was like 35. I caught Wolverine right before they exploded the price, so it was still like 35 bucks. Now it's like 60 or 70 bucks, something stupid. Deadpool, all this stuff, and then you still got like there's more stuff coming in. So I mean, there's definitely a retro presence. Oh, I didn't even show you these. That's right. Yes, Raiden 4, 99 Nights, like a lot of this stuff is GameStop stuff, and they definitely got stuff in there. It's just really a luck of the draw. Part of it is luck of the draw. Part of it is the GameStop that you're going to. The other part of it is anyone trading anything in at the time. So it's kind of just, you kind of just have to hit up your different GameStops and just see what they have. And maybe they'll have something there for you. But that does it for me. These are the pickups so far for the week. Maybe I'll do like an end of month recap with maybe some of the better pickups that I've gotten throughout the month. But let me know if you've seen anything interesting at your local GameStop, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.